So, good morning, all of you. So, in the last session, we understood very clearly what is DevOps. What is it exactly? DevOps, we understood very clearly. Today, we are focused on what is exactly Azure. What is exactly Azure? Azure administration. What is Azure? We are understanding by today. Clear, that is an exactly class for today. So, what we have discussed in the last session, what is DevOps we understood. Today, we focus on what is Azure, what is difference between DevOps versus Azure, what is the relation between these two. We're going to be understand by today class. Today, class guys, please. Okay. Let me revise one more time last session. What we have discussed in the last session, let us revise just within 2 minutes. Just to recap the last session, then we'll move forward. So, yesterday, we understood what is a DevOps. Tell me what is a DevOps, please. What is an exactly DevOps, please? The combination of software development plus operation. The combination of software development plus operation is nothing but what? DevOps. Software development plus operation is nothing but what? DevOps. Nothing but what? DevOps. That means what? Our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment. Ends with what? Operation. Start with the dev environment. Ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, build, test, release, deploy, operation, and monitoring. So as a DevOps engineer, we are implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. So while we implementing our DevOps transparent pipeline, so what exactly the developers are writing the lines of code, we're gonna be delivering into the production environment within a shortest time with high quality, with low cost. With low cost is nothing but what our DevOps transparent pipeline. As a DevOps engineer, we're gonna be replacing with what? A complex pipeline with what? A transparent pipeline. So our SDLC process is a complex pipeline. Our DevOps is a transparent pipeline. We're going to be replacing complex pipeline with what? Transparent pipeline. But our DevOps transparent pipeline is look like this one. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, we have a plan, coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operations. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, so our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment. Ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operation. But to be frankly, we are not doing any planning. We are not doing any coding. We are not writing any test case. Just we are going to be in implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. An automated DevOps transparent, an automated DevOps transparent pipeline, guys, please. An automated DevOps transparent pipeline. While implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we are gonna be using tool stack. Which are all the tool stack we're gonna be learning? Git we are gonna be learning. Maven we are gonna be learning. Jenkins we're gonna be learning. JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, Microsoft Azure, Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Nagios, Elk, Elastic, Logstash, Kibana, and Terraform. These are all the tools we are going to be learning for implementing our DevOps transparent pipeline. Yes, please. DevOps transparent pipeline we are going to be using. Clear all of you? Perfect. Understands very clear. But while implementing our DevOps transparent pipeline, we required a infrastructure. We required a infrastructure. Infrastructure. So tell me, sir, what is infrastructure? Infrastructure. First of all, what is an application? What is an exactly application? So any programming language we call as a application. That application we gonna be placed on server side. Once if it is placed on server side, we can access our internet as a website. As a website, yes, please. As a website. That is what exactly application. What is an application? Application is equal to simply which you're calling as what? Website. For our understanding. But my question is, for maintaining this website, for deploying this website, what kind of infrastructure is required? We required infrastructure is required. Servers, network, database, and storage. And storage guys, please. Servers, network, database, and storage, and so many things. So these are all major infrastructure is required. These are all major infrastructure is required for deploying our applications and for maintaining our applications. Clear all of you? Understood? So, but question is, from how many ways we can able to get this infrastructure? How many ways to get infra? Either we can able to get it. Either we can able to get it in a physical environment, from virtual environment, or from cloud environment. To specifically, so what is an exactly cloud computing? What is an exactly cloud and to specifically cloud computing? What is the cloud computing? What is an exactly cloud computing? So before understanding cloud computing, let us try to understand data center. What is a data center? The huge computing power. Huge computing power. Keeping in a rack wise in a big room. We calling as a data center. The huge computing power keeping in a rack wise in a big room we calling as a data center. So these data centers are located in different geographical locations, like in US, in Singapore, in UK, in different geographical locations. So from these data centers, from this remote placed data center, if we can access these resources, our internet from a laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? So the remote placed resources, if we can access our internet from your laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? Let us understand a little bit depth. So what is in exactly cloud computing? What is in exactly cloud computing? So the remote place, what is the data center? The data center is remotely located. So if you can access the remote placed resources such as servers, network, storage, databases, if you can access our internet in a virtual form is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Any cloud is a rental-based infrastructure. Any cloud is a rental-based infrastructure. We're not buying anything. By using cloud, we are not buying anything. Just we are going to be getting a rental-based infrastructure based on usage. Based on usage, we are going to be pay rent. Based on usage, we're going to be pay rent. So for example, let's say, so for deploying our applications, Flipkart kind of applications, we require this infrastructure. This infrastructure, whether you want to buy it and maintain or else select and get it and pay the rent, which is easy for you. I'll repeat one more time. So for example, you want to go to railway station, buy car. Just for reaching a railway station, are you going to be buying a car or else rental car? Rental car. Just for reaching a railway station. So by using, instead of buying a car, we go for rental car. Easy. The same way, just for deploying our websites, what kind of infrastructure we require, we can able to get it as a rental based. Based on usage, we're going to be pay rent. We are not buying anything. By using cloud, we are not buying anything. We can able to get a rental based infrastructure. Based on usage, we're going to be pay rent. Based on usage, we're going to pay rent. Is nothing but what? Cloud. Cloud is a rental based infrastructure. Based on usage, we're going to be pay rent. But if you want to getting into the cloud, totally, clouds are two models. Clouds are two models. One is deployment model, another is what? Service model. One is deployment model, another is what? Service model, guys, please. One is deployment model, another is what? Service model, guys, please. So what is an exactly deployment model? How many, what is it deploy? Deploy is nothing but what? Placing our website. Placing our website. Placing website. Placing our website on hundreds of servers, we calling as what? Deployment. So for example, we have a website software placing on a server, that we calling as what? Deployment. But service is nothing but what? How many, what exactly we're getting from Azure. So let us try to understand. So deployment models are four types again. So publicly, privately, community, and hybrid. So deploying your website on a public place. So the same server, on a same server, we can place multiple websites. Is nothing but what? Public. Tomorrow I'm going to be start any financial business. That for that, I want to deploy, I want to place a website, a dedicated server, which can be shared by anyone. So community is like a private, but it is a more secure. The combination of private plus public is nothing but what? Hybrid. Repeat. So public means what? A shareable resources, which you can place a websites, multiple websites on the same server. So these servers are dedicated from a website. The combination of, compared to private, community is more secure. The combination of private plus public is nothing but what? Hybrid. Some servers are public servers, some servers are private servers. That's what is we calling as what? Hybrid. So deploy means what? Deploy means what? Publicly. Deploy means what? How we are going to be placing, how we are going to be getting servers, how we going to be placing our website. Public, private, community, hybrid. But services are again three types. The services are again three types. What is the first one, guys, please? Software as a service. Second one, platform as a service. Third one, infrastructure as a service. This is the on-premises. This is belongs to the your own before cloud. But cloud is offering only these three services: software service, platform, infrastructure. So what I mentioned, blue color, that is managed by you. That is managed by us. What is the green color? That is managed by the Azure cloud itself, not by you. For example, let's say if you want to use an application, you want to do business and internet. If you want to access in a website, if you want to access a website, if you want to do business and internet, for that we require a software. So to maintain the software, which are all the layers we required? Which are all the layers, guys, please? It's required network, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, application. So by helping of these are all the layers only, we can place our websites and we can access our internet as a website. But cloud is offering everything. Everything is responsible by the cloud. Network, storage, server, application, software, middleware, runtime, data, and application. Everything is responsible by the cloud. Just to be choose an option, click and get the software, use it for your business. Whatever the tariff, you can pay it. Or else I don't want to use an existing software. I want to customize according to my requirement. Maybe I have a Dev team, like a Java team. I have a DB team. So they can able to write our own Java code. After writing Java code, the software, so for that also we have a required runtime. So developing my own, but I want to place our websites on cloud. For that, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, we depending on the cloud. Whatever the charges we pay, that's it. Instead of buying servers and maintaining, so a lot of things we need to do. Instead of that, we go for that, develop a software, and rest everything is depending on the cloud. Okay, another way we have infrastructure as a cloud. So we have an application, software development team, DB team, and we are going to be choosing which software, which runtime, Java version, Java 7, Java 8, or .NET, or Python, whatever may be. And middleware also, we have which operating system, either Linux operating system or Windows operating system, we are going to be choosing, we are going to be installing our softwares. But say that infrastructure we getting from the cloud itself. Okay, so totally the cloud offering software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. So cloud offering totally three models, any cloud, either deployment model, service model. So what is the deployment model? Service model is we getting. But which cloud? Which cloud? Which are all the clouds are leading cloud provider? AWS is the leading cloud provider. Microsoft Azure is a leading cloud provider, and Google also. But so out of these three, we're going to be learning Microsoft. Sir, why Microsoft Azure? The Microsoft Azure is a 5 times cheaper than AWS. First thing. Saving through an existing Microsoft license. If you have already Microsoft license, we can use it in cloud also. And most of the companies are moving into the Azure. Why? Because it is a secure and it is a cheaper. And so what is in exactly Microsoft? Microsoft Azure is a cloud service provider. It is a various services like a compute, storage, database network, various cloud services providers. It is a pay as a model, and it is the second largest cloud provider in the market. It is the second largest cloud provider in the market. By using cloud, we can able to get these are all the services: computing model, networking model, storage model, database model, identity access management. Okay. How exactly we can access? Okay, I want to create a computing. I want to create a server. I want to create a network. I want to create a storage. I want to create a directly we can able to get it? No. So we have to understand the core architecture of Azure first. In core architecture, totally we have a 3 layers. What are the first layer? So access, the front end layer. It is a middle layer. It is a back end layer. So the front end layer is nothing but what? How we are accessing into the Azure. Graphically, through PowerShell, through CLI, through SDK, we can access. Once if it is getting into this, once if it is getting into, okay, once if it is getting into, once if it is unauthorized, once if it is unauthorized, okay, we can create a server, we can create a database, we can create app services, we can create a network. So totally, it is a front-end layer, it is an authorization layer, it is a service layer. What kind of services which we can access? Clear all of you? But in front layer, we're gonna be using graphically console. We can use PowerShell, we can use CLI, we can use REST, and by using that, by authorization, by authentication, we can access resources like virtual machines we can access, the database we can access, and we can able to create, we can able to control. I hope you understood this diagram. Once if it is getting under the cloud, we can able to create a computing resources, network resources, storage resources, database resources, and AD Active Directory and user management. These are all the models which we are going to be discussing in Azure. These are all the models we're going to be learning in Azure, guys, please. In computing model, so virtual machines, function app services, AKS. In networking model, so what are the load balancer, application gateway, DNS, CDN we're going to be learning. In storage model, blob, file, table, queues. In database, we can able to discussing about SQL DB, custom DB, identity access management, Azure Active Directory, user management, group management also we're going to be discussing. And billing, logistics and monitoring, automation of our account, we'll discussing it. This is the total architecture of Azure. Understood very clear, all of you? Is it clear, all of you? So what we understand for today? So we understand what is DevOps, we understood. What is DevOps, we understood. What is Azure also, we understood for today. So by using Azure, we can able to get this infrastructure. On top of this infrastructure, we can able to place our websites easily. While placing our websites, while placing this kind of applications on Azure infrastructure, we required an automated process. The automated process is nothing but what? A DevOps process. This is an automated process we are calling as what? Our DevOps process. So by helping of Azure, we can able to get infrastructure. On top of the infrastructure, we can able to deploy application by using DevOps and automated process. Is it clear, all of you? understand what is a DevOps, what is an Azure, and what is the difference, what is the relation between these two. We understood very clearly for today. Tomorrow, we're going to be start our practical sessions. What I'm explaining, just we're getting into the Azure, how to create a service, how to create Azure account, and we're going to be discussing from tomorrow onwards. Yeah, any questions, please, for today's session? Any questions? Chandu, Gautam, Suman. Shall we continue by tomorrow? Shall we continue by tomorrow? Tomorrow, please join online. Okay, no offline. So that's it, guys. Please, we'll continue by tomorrow.